Hello, and welcome to Don Conejo Tops. In today's video, we'll be taking a spine-chilling journey through the world of horror as we explore the top 10 scariest movies of all time. From haunted houses to possessed dolls, these movies will have you on the edge of your seat and reaching for a night light. So, grab some popcorn, turn off the lights, and prepare to be scared out of your wits. Without further ado, let's dive into our list of the top 10 scariest movies ever made. Number 10, It 2017. Even though it has become so commonplace to declare one's fear of clowns that it seems dishonest, it still exists. We'll point you in the direction of its 2017 box office haul, which broke The Exorcist's 44-year record as the highest-grossing horror film. It is based on the Stephen King novel of the same name. Oh, and its 10th place finish on this list is no surprise. Number 9, Insidious 2010. James Wan has proactively appeared higher on the rundown. However, before he and Patrick Wilson made The Conjuring, they cooperated on this powerful thrill ride about a little fellow who falls into a state of extreme lethargy and starts to channel a malignant soul. The basic plot was not particularly novel, but frequent Wan collaborator Leigh Whannell gave it a mythology that was compelling enough to inspire 3 more books. Number 8, Sinister 2012. For those who did not read the scientific study at the top, we have arrived at the film it ranked as the most terrifying. Scott Derrickson had directed a few horror films before joining the MCU with Doctor Strange in 2016. Several of these films gained cult followings. One of them was a small-scale ghost story called Haunted House Possession. In it, true crime writer Ethan Hawke moves his wife and kids into a house where a family was killed, only to find out that the new place might already have a rather evil tenant. Number 7, Halloween 1978. The film that made John Carpenter famous and introduced the world to all-time scream queen Jamie Lee Curtis comes in at number 7 on our list. Halloween is often cited as one of the earliest examples of the slasher genre as we know it today. Although it doesn't have the kind of realistic gore that we've come to expect from movies in that genre, it has a lot of tension and some creative thrills in a small package. Additionally, the film's legacy is fairly unalterable. The giant, unstoppable killer and the final girl have become ingrained in the language of horror, and Michael Myers' mask has become legendary. After more than 4 decades, the franchise is still in business. Number 6, The Ring 2002. It's dependably an interesting suggestion to take something that functions admirably for one culture and attempt to decipher that equation effectively for another. However, Butchery Verbinski dealt with that with The Ring. Verbinski's take on the acclaimed thriller about a cursed videotape, directed by Japanese director Hideo Nakata, retained the striking visual imagery of the original, including the ghost of a young girl in a white dress with long black hair covering her face, and discovered that it terrified audiences of all backgrounds. While the film wasn't too viewed as its ancestor, it includes a serious exhibition from a then-new-to-scene Naomi Watts, and for some, it filled in as a prologue to East Asian loathsomeness film. Number 5, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1974. Although the top 4 films on this list received 42 of the total votes that were counted, the 6 films that came in behind them each received around 3 votes. To put it another way, the final 6 films were not more than 60 votes apart. The first of them is this low-financial plan slasher coordinated and co-composed by Tobe Hooper, approximately enlivened by the violations of Ed Gein. Texas trimming tools unsanitary and tasteful loaned it a demeanor of legitimacy, which made it all the seriously startling this could occur, you folks, and the gigantic, threatening presence of Gunnar Hansen's Leatherface prepared for different beasts like Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees. Number 4, The Shining, 1980. There have been dozens of movies based on Stephen King's books and stories, some of which are still regarded as classics today, like Carrie, Misery, and Pet Sematary. This does not even take into account non-horror films like The Shawshank Redemption and Stand By Me. However, the mother of all is effectively Stanley Kubrick's variation of The Sparkling. The Shining is a truly terrifying take on the traditional haunted house story, a marvel of set and production design, with numerous memorable images and an iconic Jack Nicholson performance. Number 3, The Conjuring 2013, Insidious, Saw, and this chiller based on the experiences of real-life paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren are all directed by James Wan, who has established himself as one of the modern masters of horror. Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga played the Warrens, best known for their work on the strange case that inspired the Amityville horror films and was a part of The Conjuring 2. They grounded the effective jump scares and freak-out moments with a believable world weariness. Number 2, Hereditary 2018. Ari Aster's feature directorial debut, a dark family drama about the nature of grief set within a supernatural horror film, made a huge splash. With her slowly ramped up to 11 performance as bedeviled Mother Annie, Toni Collette earned a place in the pantheon of great Oscar snubs. However, the movie's biggest surprise came from, simply put, Hereditary moved Aster up to second place on our list and made Aster a director to watch because it touched a nerve with moviegoers. Number 1, The Exorcist, 1973. You may not concur that The Exorcist is the most frightening film ever, yet it presumably likewise isn't a very remarkable shock to see it at the first spot on our list with an incredible 19 of the relative multitude of votes cast. William Friedkin's variation of the eponymous novel about an evil spirit had a youngster, and the endeavors to expel said devil turned into the most noteworthy netting adults-only thriller ever, and the first to be designated for Best Picture at the Oscars. It procured 9 different selections and brought back home 2 prizes. That is all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.